God be with you, Henry.
How are you getting on?
Oh, better. A little, at least. There's less wounded than there was. Some got better, but there are more and more people in need of treatment. Someone gets kicked by a horse, someone eats something bad, another can't sleep or has the ague. Everyone's got a problem, and it feels like I'm the only one in the whole world who's able to help them. And Matthias. He worries me most of all. Brother Nicodemus helped me to move him here after what happened in Merhoyed. But he's still lying in a fever, and nothing seems to help.
I'm sorry to hear it. To be honest, you look all done in.
I know. I'm constantly on my feet, and when I get a chance to rest for a while, I don't sleep well. I keep having peculiar dreams and waking up. I get up in the morning, feeling like I haven't slept at all.
Well, what do you mean? Peculiar dreams?
The same one, over and over. In it, the Virgin Mary appears to me.
The Blessed Virgin? Really?
Really. She looks just like in the painting over the altar in Sasau Church. I always dream that I'm back in Scarlet's again. Like before. Before everything.
I understand.
I'm standing at the foot of the hill, with the castle behind me, by the walkway leading to the ore-washing tanks, near the woods. Uncle used to work there. I'm bringing him some food, going towards the pond. Then everything suddenly goes dark. I carry on uphill, along the stone channel up to the mouth of a huge cave. I go inside and the darkness surrounds me. But I keep going, and then I see sitting there in the dark.
Who? Who do you see?
The devil. He scowls at me with these horrible eyes. Then everything becomes engulfed in flames, and I try to flee from them. I run through the cave, but I can't find the way out. I can hear the devil behind me laughing horribly. When I can run no longer, I stop, and the flames catch up with me, and then I die. Then I wake up, still feeling the heat of the flames, and I can't get back to sleep again. All I can do is kneel by my bed and pray until morning.
You said something about the Virgin Mary?
Yes, she's always there with me until it goes dark. She goes to the cave with me, but she doesn't go inside.
And you have that same dream every night?
Night after night. It started some time ago and it never ends.
Have you told anyone about it?
No. No one at all, except for you. I was afraid people would think I was losing my mind.
Right. Well, it does sound a bit, mad.
I know. Sometimes I think so myself, but then, when the dream keeps coming back, I think it must mean something.
You're right. That's no ordinary dream you're talking about.
Exactly. I'm glad you don't think I'm mad. I was thinking, that maybe I should go there, but the truth is, I'm afraid. And anyway, I can't leave here. So, I was wondering, since you're here, whether you wouldn't go there and have a look around for me. You're able to take care of yourself. After all, you've been in battle.
All right. If it means you'll be able to sleep peacefully again, I'll go there, but what exactly do you want me to do there?
I don't know. Just go there and see if there's anything weird there. And then come and tell me.
Of course. Take care of yourself, and I hope things get better. With you and Matthias and everything.
Thanks, Henry.
Henry!
I brought you something.
That's sweet of you. What is it?
I've got a bit of spare coin, and I was thinking maybe you could use it.
We certainly could. That would be a great help.
I'd like to give you 360 groschen.
Thanks, Henry. You're an angel.
What's wrong with Matthias?
As I said, his wound isn't healing, and he has a constant fever. Me and Brother Nicodemus are at a loss. We tried everything we could think of. I pray every night to Our Lady to heal him. Only he'd get better.
Ah, poor Matthias. After all he's been through. I'll pray for him too. You know, I could get you some potion to help calm you down so you can sleep.
Thanks. But there's no point in it. Brother Nicodemus already tried and it didn't help.
Oh, I see.
Goodbye.
Yeah. 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 Ah, there's an entrance up there. Could that be it? Oh, Christ, poor wretch. No doubt he wanted to raise the alarm about the raid on Skalitz, but those bastards got him. Well, this is it. I thought it was supposed to be a big cave. Oh, maybe it's bigger on the inside. Oh, Jesus, something stinks here. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. He was only a boy. How in Christ's name did they get here? A shaft leading to the surface. Maybe someone threw those people down here. Looks like a human, judging by the kaftan. Poetic justice. He looks like he was well healed, judging from what's left of him. Maybe a merchant who took a shortcut this way to avoid paying customs? Oh, a Skalitz Waffenrock. Maybe Sir Radzig sent someone here to check on things. That didn't turn out too well. Poor wretch. What did he do to deserve such a fate?
Yeah. Yeah.
What in the name of God are you doing here?
I hid here when Skalitz was raided, and now I'm keeping guard until his lordship returns.
Oh, you belong to the Skalitz garrison?
Yeah. Are you blind or deaf? You thought there was no one here and you could come and loot the place, did you? Well, you thought wrong, you thieving magpie. And you'll answer to cold steel.
But just a minute. I'm from Skalitz, and I know all the guards. I never saw you there.
Then you can't be from Skalitz, or I'd remember your face.
Oh? Tell me then, what's the name of the miller's daughter?
Yitka.
It's Teresa, you lying bastard.
All right, you got me. I just wanted to hide out here. I figured no one would look for me after what happened. So who sent you here? Yolen of Rocket Sam? On account of me killing his son?
Enough. I'm taking you to Sir Radzig to answer for your crimes.
Ha! Come and get me then. I'll put you underground like the others. Prepare to be purged. You'll go down the hole like the other.
A shield of Sir Radzig's garrison. Strange. God have mercy, this is a small fortune. Fine clothing, armor and weapons, serious loot, and a cumin faceplate helmet. Interesting. It seems this all belonged to those poor wretches down below. Blood. A lot of it. And it's been here quite a while. So that's where the murderer was hiding the bodies. Thank Christ he's finished.
Mercy, sir. Please, sir. Help me.
What's happened to you?
I've walked all the way from Kuttenberg, but as you can see, I'm barefoot. My feet have flayed to the bone. Don't you have a strip of clean cloth for me, good sir, so I can swathe my feet at least?
Wait, I'll see what I've got.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I seldom meet such a good Samaritan. God shall repay you.
Anytime. Take care now.
Good health to
I'm in
and what?
proper.
Take care.
Hey, you! Don't move a
Surrender.
muscle.
You've committed a violation. You're under arrest. These are the
Got weak at the knees, have you?
Forgotten that brawl, have you? You should have thought twice about...
Oh, well.
You...
Herrgott!
Yeah.
Henry!
I was in that cave that you dreamt about.
Oh? Tell me, what did you find there?
Everything was just like you said. There was a cave, and inside it was hell itself. I've never seen anything so horrible in my life.
And was he there? Surely not.
No. There was no devil there. There was a pile of dead bodies. Murdered. It wasn't a pretty sight, I can tell you. There was this fearsome warrior up above the shaft. He murdered a lot of people and threw their bodies down the shaft to hide them. He went for me too. He fought like a demon, but I overcame him in the end. His reign of terror is over.
Mary, Mother of God. Thank you for going there, Henry.
It was nothing. I'm glad I could help you. Anyway, all's well that ends well, right?
I hope so. But, you know what? I had another dream. A different one.
What, you had a dream just now?
Yes, while you were away. I collapsed and slept like the dead. Brother Nicodemus even roused me in the end, because he was worried. And in that dream, the Virgin Mary appeared to me again, and I think she's trying to give me a message. She's trying to warn us.
Warn us?
Yes, it all makes sense, can't you see? That other dream about the cave, that was a test. Our Lady was testing me, and now she wants to give me a message.
What message are you talking about?
I'm not sure exactly what Our Lady wants to tell me, but I think I should tell the people. All of them. I can't just keep this to myself.
I don't know. It sounds a bit presumptuous.
No, it all makes sense. Mary, Mother of God, heard my prayers. I prayed every evening that she would heal Matthias, and she answered my prayers. First she tested me, and then, when I passed her test, she appeared to me again. Now I must do her will, and pass on her message. And when I've done all she's asked of me, then she will heal Matthias.
Well, when you put it like that, I can see some sense in it. Not that I know much about these things, but I had a strange dream too, not so long ago. It was after Runt nearly killed me in Skalitz. I was back there again, in the middle of all that slaughter. It was dark everywhere, and I was carrying the sword Pa made for Sir Radzig. I had to fight my way through humans who looked like demons of hell. I found my parents, and then I woke up.
You see? It must mean something. These things come to you for a reason.
I suppose. But what do you want to do about it?
Well, like I said, I should go on the town square and tell everyone what Our Lady showed me in my dreams. Won't you come with me? I'd feel so much better if you were there with me.
Rely on me. I'll be there.
Thank you, Henry. Come first thing in the morning and we'll go together. Or if you want, you can rest here. I'll take care of you and wake you up when it's time to go.
Thanks. I certainly could do with a rest.
God be with you.
Good morning, Henry. Come on. Let's go to the green.
How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Scarlet's. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest, so we have supplies for winter and enough to seed in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts, especially now, with all sorts of bandits roaming the country, and a great army, too.
I hope Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush get it all sorted out before the harvest.
If those marauders carry on, they'll plunder the whole province. And then where will we be?
The best thing would be to hide the supplies. Bury them underground, so the bandits don't find them.
But what if they threaten the villagers? Most people would be happier to give up their supplies than have their farms burnt down or their livestock herded off.
Livestock can be hidden in the woods. Pa told me about it once.
Maybe. But you can't hide a farmhouse. Or whole families. What if they take your children and threaten to cripple them? Or the farmers? You can't do much work in the fields with your arms broken. And in the winter it's even worse. They might as well dig your grave.
Sir Radzig would never allow that to happen, though. He'd come with his garrison, and those bastards who harassed his subjects would soon be hanging from the nearest tree.
I'd be happier, though, if they all moved on and left us in peace.
What if they don't move on, though? Then the only answer is cold steel.
You men and your endless fighting.
How are things with the infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
But that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things. But a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more. Since we're going to the market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I until recently. But that's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments. So they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then, there's not enough money for other things.
Well, you learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was a monk who tried to keep pigs in a pond at one time.
Why on earth would he do that?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
And come home soon. I'll pray for your safe return, as always.
Thanks, Guto. Not to worry, I'll be fine. I'll go then.
Tell me,
But no dice
how is
playing.
it, being in the service of Sir Radzig?
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scalise. But it's great. For someone like me. I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too, eventually.
I hope so.
Listen, when she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow, in a blue cloak.
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear. Pictures of all kinds. They look like the paintings in church, but moving, glowing with fire and lots of colours and this golden light.
My, that's really something. How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better, don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Johanka, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much. I have to pass on the message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. Like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything like that?
No. I can't do it. I'd better turn back. No! It's a grip, girl. Henry, I'm a bit worried. I never spoke to people like that before. I've no idea what to say. They'll all laugh at me.
Don't worry, you can do it. People will swallow anything, believe me. Just start with something that will grab their attention. Like that the Blessed Virgin visited you. That should do it. And once you've got their ears, give them the important part. Nothing could be easier.
Maybe for you. Why don't you do it instead, if it's that easy?
I would. Only the Virgin Mary didn't choose me. Remember? Now don't worry about it. People always want to hear something sensational. They'll be hanging on your every word, and I'll be there with you.
All right. Thanks, Henry. Nothing could be easier. Yeah. All right. Here goes. Goodbye. The Virgin Mary.
The Virgin Mary came to me in a dream. And she showed me things. Things I've never seen before. A great city. A great and beautiful city it was. Great and beautiful. With many spires. Tall spires. Golden in the sunlight. And around the city was a mighty wall. All this she showed to me. But then the city was suddenly engulfed in flames. The earth began to shake and the gate burst open. Holes opened up in the ground and from them beasts of hell leapt forth. They broke down the walls and stormed the city through the broken gate. And the beasts hunted down all the sinners. They sank their fangs into their burning flesh and tore them to pieces mercilessly. And the sinners screamed and tried to flee them. But it was in vain. But then
Lady appeared. Mary, the Holy Mother of God. She covered the whole city in her cloak, smothered the flames, and drove out the beasts. The penitent sinners came out of the city, knelt before the Virgin in prayer, and thanked her for their salvation. That is the vision that came to me. And I believe this message was not meant for me alone. It was a warning to us all. We are those sinners, and we must once again build those mighty walls. Not from stone or wood, but from virtue and love for our neighbor. And whoever has sinned and acted unrighteously must repent and change their ways.
Sucker. That lass doesn't hold
Isn't
back.
she that lass?
But there's truth in what she said, no doubt.
That was better than any of father.
I didn't understand it much.
No denying it. The lass has a way of words, all right.
Center of attention. You saw how the fellas were gaping at her. That's exactly what she was after. I'm curious. Father Xavier will have to see about it.
Well, he can't be much of a man then.
Please, it's very important. The way you spoke, it sounded so true. I even had a feeling the earth shook beneath my feet when you spoke. I have some trouble, and I didn't know who to go to until I heard you speak.
Not now. Please. I can't.
But you were just talking about helping your neighbor.
Oh, all right. But quickly, I beg you.
It's about my husband, Ambrose, the tailor. He's good to me. He's an honest tradesman and a skilled one. But he keeps playing dice. He sits at that table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
I'm sorry to hear that, but I don't know how I could help.
I want him to stop, but he won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do. I thought maybe if you were to go and have a word with him...
Oh, all right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
Let's talk about it later. Right now, Guta, the Sasau tailor's wife, came to talk to me, and she was quite desperate. Did you hear?
Yes, I heard everything. So give her some advice then.
But I don't know what to tell her. Our Lady didn't prepare me for anything like that.
Oh, that's what you wanted, isn't it? Your words didn't fall on deaf ears, and now you can't let people down when they come to you.
I suppose you're right. We ought to try and do something.
We?
Be quiet and think. We have to find a way.
Jesus, you're really full of holy fire.
Stop blaspheming and start thinking how we can get Ambrose to give up his dice playing.
Supposing Ambrose were to lose enough to make him regret it. If he were to lose something really important. Mal was used to scold me by saying, one day you'll go too far and then you'll be sorry.
That's it, Henry. Ambrose has to realise for himself how he's harming others, and most of all his wife and himself. Thank you.
Glad to be of help.
But I can't go anywhere. Never mind playing dice in taverns. I've too much work to do. But you could.
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Henry. Go and see the tailor's wife and sort it out with her. I have to go back now.
God be with
God save.
I'm
May the Lord watch.
It's hard to resist. You'll not find better meat anywhere.
God save. How may I help you, good knight?
Johanka sent me. She asked me to help you with your trouble.
She did. That's wonderful. But she said she'd come herself.
Well, she's up to her ears in work, and besides, we figured your husband wouldn't pay much attention to a woman, since he doesn't even listen to you.
I'm afraid that's true. What now, though?
Well, Johanka thought it would help if Ambrose saw how playing dice was no good either for himself or for you.
Ha! I've been telling him off about it for years to no avail. I even took his dice several times, but he always gets new ones.
You won't get anywhere telling him off. Ambrose has to realise it for himself. If he lost everything he has to me, that would teach him a lesson. And then I'd talk to him man to man.
Oh, God, no. I want him to stop playing, not to lose the roof over our heads.
No, don't worry. Whatever I win from him, I'll give it back to you. But first, he really has to believe he's lost everything.
Do you swear, by the Virgin Mary, to give everything back?
I swear I'll give back every last groschen, as the Virgin Mary is my witness.
Very well, then. If you think it'll help, take him for everything he has.
Where can I find Ambrose?
He's not here now. He's getting ready for a trip to Kuttenberg, on some business or other. No doubt you'll find him at the inn. You'd better hurry if you want to catch him. He said he wants to leave soon.
Do you think he'll want to play with me?
Well, he promised not long ago he'd quit. But I'll believe it when I see it. He'll keep playing, especially when he's had a drink or two. And if he's feeling lucky, he'll lose his head entirely and play till the early hours.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Take care.
Our Lord's tasty. Good on bread and for frying. Come and get it, fine people.
Onions are leading the man toy like a little man.
Well, well, Goodman Ambrose.
Yes? Is there something I could do for you?
I heard you were about to leave for Kuttenberg.
Aye. Sir Sebastian von Berg ordered new clothes and he won't settle for anything but the best. I have to go and buy some fine linen, brocade and other things. I'm taking 600 groschen to pay for it all. I'll make him the finest garments ever.
Ah, I see. Well, Sir Sebastian's a man who doesn't like to be disappointed.
True indeed. I'll be on my way just as soon as the horse is shod and the wagon hitched up. I'm honored that you should come to me.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad.
Good luck.
Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
Oh, it's safer in the... But we attacked.
My word.
Emil, go with the ale, please.
I did.
Well, now,
Bravery, not one of them.
to your
I reigned a...
Aye, aye.
But first I...
Is that...
Although...
So...
Man,
That's...
it was no... Sig
I heard...
But... and that would...
Yes!
May those back...
May they...
Well, enough chat. I'll tell you something. Well, how about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
Sure. One little game to pass the time. That doesn't even count, does it?
Ah, not even worth mentioning in confession. We'll drink to it. May they roll fairly. Hey! Let's do it then. I'll wager... 12 score groschen.
240? You must be very rich, or mad, lad. No one plays for that much without seeing how his luck is going first.
6 score groschen.
Jesus, that's too much. I thought it was to be a friendly game to pass the time, no?
3 score groschen.
That's quite a pile. But I have a feeling fortune's on my side today. All right. May the best man win. No one ever died from throwing dice, you know. Now you.
What's the holdup? Hey, ale here.
Sacra. I almost had you.
A bit of practice is what you need, lad. You'll get the hang of it in time.
Time? But I need that coin now. Come on, then. You have to give me a chance to get my groschen back.
You can try, but don't blame me if you lose what you have left.
Sure, whatever. Let's play. Our wager 9 score.
I'm in. I reckon I've got a lucky hand today.
Salt this. Hey, I'm dying of thirst here.
Your fame precedes you, but you won't get the better of me. Don't be such a coward.
Here.
That's it.
My pleasure.
We'll see.
Here's good neighbors.
Here you are, and good health. Here, just as you ordered.
Now you.
Please bring me something
Here
to
we
eat.
are.
Here's
good
to good
neighbor.
harvest.
Any chance of a bite to eat? This'll be the one.
Christ, those damn dice are hexed.
Ah, bollocks. There's nothing wrong with the dice. It's all in the wrist action.
Oh, wrist my arse. Save the advice and let's play. I'll show you. I'll wager 600 groschen. No, put up everything you have and I'll match it.
You can't be serious. You don't have that much money. And then you'll try and wriggle out of it.
Ah, but I do.
I'll have a beer.
Look. So, what do you say?
All right. If you insist. Just remember, a wager lost is a debt of honor.
Don't worry. I won't forget. On my word.
I'd like
So
a beer.
bring it on. One ale, please.
Here.
Groschen for me.
Herrgott. 600 groschen. Oh my God, what have I done? The money was for buying cloth. What shall I do now?
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was your wife who sent me to you.
What? Guta? Why would she do that?
She did it for your own good. She wanted you to quit playing, and she didn't know how to get through to you.
Aye. She nagged at me about it, all right.
My pleasure.
That's women for you, though.
Ambrose, can't you see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yes. Yes, you're right. I got carried away.
To the women.
But what am I to do now?
Ask your wife for forgiveness, and swear by the Blessed Virgin that you'll never pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far.
My pleasure.
I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry. The money you want from me, do you think maybe I could get it back. I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
I'm glad you've seen the error of your ways, but you're not getting your coin back. That wouldn't be much of a lesson. This way, you won't forget in a hurry.
I beg you, please. If I don't buy that cloth, I won't be able to make those clothes for Sir Sebastian. That could finish me as a tailor.
Pour me one.
I'll give you nothing. Do you think this was some joke? Stop whining and face the consequences of your own foolishness.
If that's how you want it, I won't force you. But one day you'll answer for your sins too. Mark my words.
Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
I played him and took him for everything he had.
I see. So he played again.
I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and in the end, he promised he wouldn't gamble again. He even gave me his dice.
That sounds promising. Thank you, Henry. But what about the money he lost? Did you give it back to him?
I didn't give him anything back. Let him learn his lesson.
What? You can't mean that. What will we do?
Here you are. All I wanted was to teach him a lesson. I wouldn't want you to suffer.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
Have a look at these. Or someone else does.
Our Lord tasty. Good on bread.
You won't be hurting anyone anymore, as long as you stay there. Yeah.
Activated. Deactivated.
Henry!
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. I never expected you'd say such things. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell. It was awe-inspiring. You even put the fear of God into me. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh yes, clear as day. It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. You'll see. I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
What about the custodian? Is he leaving you alone now?
Yes. He hasn't been here for a while. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here. Always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy, any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once, more than once, I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
But you're not to blame. These things happen. He's a noble, and he can do whatever he feels like. Took advantage of you.
But it's all over, I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think Maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
So ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
Goodbye.
For the love of God! What have you been doing?
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders. Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
Well, if you think so, I can go there and see what I can do.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. God be with you. Henry! Take care.
Yeah.
God, you look like you've been assaulted.
Is Adela still working here?
What do you want Adela for? Ain't my tits big enough for you?
Yes, plenty big. But I really need to speak to Adela. Do you know where she is?
How should I know? Go and ask Madame. Goodbye.
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. If it's a bath you're after, I'm afraid you're out of luck.
Oh? How's that?
We're closed. Terrible thing has happened.
Really? What?
The water in the tubs has turned to blood.
Water turned to blood? You're having me on, right?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't seen it with my own two eyes. Turned to blood.
And what about your other services? Are you still doing business?
Aye, for now. Who knows how long, though? What do you need?
Christ! Is that Adela crying in that room?
Aye, it's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fella is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
She could be killed in there. And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be? God almighty. Here, take the key. Please, help her.
Come here to me, kitten.
You beast! You fucking heartless beast! Get your hands off me!
Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore.
Don't call her a whore.
She fucks for money, you idiot. She is a whore.
Now you've fucked up.
What have you done?
What a mess! Couldn't you just have talked to him? I should never have let you in. I don't need any trouble. Couldn't you have gone and sorted it out somewhere else with him?
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God! Henslin will kill me! If Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
Henry, if it wasn't for the fact that you saved Hinnick, I'd slap your face.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore. We'll leave together.
Who gave you that idea?
Johanka.
What Johanka are you talking about, for God's sake?
She's from Skalitz, like me. Just an innocent girl.
They all claim that.
But she really is. Well, that is, she was.
Ha! So what did she do? Did she go with a man for money too?
Only to help others.
Oh, I bend over backwards here to help others.
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau. Although they didn't have it easy there either.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye. But they didn't exactly bend over backwards to help them there. Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them wouldn't have lived without her. And to get some extra supplies for them, she succumbed to the custodian there.
For them? She had nothing out of it for herself.
She only did it for them.
Aye. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was destroyed. And they wanted to drive her out of the monastery. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to stop helping the others.
But what's any of that got to do with me?
It was Johanka who sent me to you.
But I don't even know her. Why would she send you to me?
It was a revelation from the Virgin Mary.
A revelation? How?
The Blessed Virgin started visiting Johanka in her dreams.
Visiting?
Well, that's how Johanka put it. Like visitations in which she spoke to her. And according to these visitations, she believes she has a duty to save sinners.
And you believe in these visitations?
Yes, I believe.
I'd like to believe too.
Well, why don't you try it then?
How?
Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know.
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
Well, yes. Money isn't everything, you know.
Is that right? So you've never been with a bath maid?
Well, yes, but that was quite another matter.
Oh, a secret mission, was it? They all have some excuse. So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. But I still think I'm better off here.
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary and rat eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
I'm still not sure.
But you're a pariah. No one will talk to you.
What do I care about anyone else? Let them look out for themselves and I'll do the same.
You don't care what other people...
They can think...
You won't always...
So what?
Not even...
You...
Yes.
Maybe it's not so bad to count on someone else in this world.
No doubt about it.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
There, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
God be with you.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
Well, I never...
I'm gonna enjoy that! Ah!
Stop! You're weak at the knees, have you?
Had enough. Come here, Elizabeth. I'll wing your neck, cur. Here! Ow!
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you alright?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Good luck then.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
Carrots and apples picked today to put a smile on your face.
Good fella. That's my boy. Look what I've... You'll love...
Good.
I'd like...
And what is it you...
Yep.
I'm sure you... Take care.
God save you.
See you later.
Henry!
I brought you something.
That's sweet of you.
I've got quite a bit of meat. More than I can eat myself. I thought you might be able to use it.
Thank you so much. This will help us a lot. We've barely got enough to eat, you know?
Glad to be of help. I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news.
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, They make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Henry. Let me know how it goes, all right?
Goodbye.
Huh?
She's a loose woman. Honest folks should avoid her like the plague. God be with you, my good man.
Don't play games with me.
Begging your pardon, but I haven't a clue what you mean.
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with the custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Enough of your nonsense. Clear off, and if I catch you round here again, I'll have you clapped in the pillory.
Good sir, surely you wouldn't pillory simple fellas like us just for wanting to earn a groschen. We'll be on our way, and you'll overlook our little intrusion, all right?
Get going, and don't dare come back.
Aye, we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And what? I'm. Take care.
I'd like...
God be with. Good luck then.
Yeah.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
Ah, he knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Ah, nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Oh, I'm quite taken by surprise, but it's me, Johanka, and this is Henry. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So?
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
Well, I'm glad people see her that way, but I just try and help her as an ordinary friend who's concerned about her.
A job like any other, is it?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
I'm not surprised. Merchants in the wilds are rare species, unlike humans. Where is this treasure of yours, then? I could get the dog to sniff it out.
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good-tasting clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement. And in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Well, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.
Can you tell me again precisely where this treasure is?
In the woods by Sasau. I can't say quite precisely. It's been a long time since I hid it, and my own attempts at recovering it ended as they did. Most of the way you have to go uphill along the stream that flows into the river next to the Sasau quarry. After a while, you come upon a forest trail that joins with the stream. You're young and agile, so you shouldn't go tumbling head over heels there as I did.
Maybe I could go there on horseback.
It's not ideal terrain for horse riding. A donkey would be better. Anyway, from there you should follow the trail deeper into the woods. I doubt much has changed there over the years. When you reach a small ruined settlement, you're at the right place. The treasure is hidden in one of the ruined houses. I can't remember which. You'll have to search.
Well, couldn't you just donate some other money?
It seems peculiar, I admit, but this treasure has more than a monetary value. It's the embodiment of my guilt, as Johanka said. We are those sinners, and we must rebuild those walls. That's why it must be this money, even if it were only 1 groschen.
When you were talking about donating the money for the common good, what did you have in mind?
The Virgin Mary chose Sasau as the place to reveal her message, didn't she? You don't have to go any further than the Rathaus or the Church of St. Martin. Both places carry the same weight for me. The important thing is, I know Bailiff Hašek or Father Fabian will handle the donation better than, say, the monastery.
Wouldn't you say Johanka's infirmary is working for the common good?
Certainly, but its financial affairs are handled by the monastery, which has a very poor record in that respect.
Then you can go and explain to Johanka and the wounded yourself that they'll suffer on just because you're worried the monastery will build more scaffolding for your money.
That's not how I meant it. It's just that, as a Colleen councillor, I had a certain property dispute with the monastery.
And you'd let my former Skalitz neighbours and Johanka suffer on because of some personal grudge? Do you really think the overseer would give them nothing when it's his duty?
I'd rather the Rathaus or the church had the money. I suppose you're right. I'll allow a donation to the monastery.
Tell me again about this treasure. I don't quite understand its history.
I can't say it's something I care to repeat, but as you wish. I'll spare you any unnecessary details. It really is quite a straightforward story. Many years ago, I was engaged in long-distance trade, and my partners and I made quite a lot of money. I confess that our practices weren't terribly honest.
Oh? How's that?
Well, we sold short measures of cloth, mixed sand with salt, and gave fictitious origin to wines. We passed off local wines as Italian and diluted the good ones with water. It was inevitable that our deceitful dealings would catch up with us, or rather with me. My associates arranged a deal here in Sasau that they contrived to be the last in my life. I am by nature a cautious man, so I wasn't taken by surprise. I was quite prepared for their trap, so I let my associates get caught in their own ambush. And in case any of them should get out of it, I hid some of the money in the woods. Upon my return to Colleen, the council there accepted the remainder of the money with gratitude and absolved me of any blame. They even allowed me to buy myself a bailiff's office. Since King Wenceslas succeeded to the throne, I have lived an honest life and enjoyed a respected station. For that reason, too, I forgot about my treasure until now.
But your deed caught up with you at last.
Just so. He who has acted unrighteously must make amends.